You know that feeling when a story seems really familiar, but you just know there's way more going on underneath? Well, today we're doing a deep dive into one of those stories, the life of Britney Spears, an icon, obviously, whose whole journey has been shaped by, unimaginable fame, intense public scrutiny, and this fierce, often really heartbreaking fight for her own freedom. So our mission today is really to unpack all the layers of her story. We've looked at a whole stack of sources, everything from, memories of her early life right up to the hashtag Free Britney movement blowing up, and even her recent public stuff. We're aiming to bring you the hidden stories, the surprising bits, and kind of the core of her journey.
And it's such a crucial story to get in. We're basically looking at how the, seemingly perfect rise to stardom just turned into decades of intense battles, both public and private. Mostly about her journey really shines a light on some bigger, about fame, the responsibility, power, and how much media narrative shape.
Okay, so let's start the dive. We begin way outside Hollywood in Kentwood, Louisiana. It's described as this small, low-income town, maybe an hour north of New Orleans. A lot of families there, including the Spears, were living pretty close to or even below the poverty line. It's a huge contrast, isn't it, those beginnings compared to where she ended up globally?
Oh, absolutely. A stark contrast. Her early home life, it was marked by real financial problems. Sometimes the fridge was empty. Her dad, Jamie Spears, apparently even hunted squirrels and stuff kids. His drinking problem made holding down jobs hard. And Britney saw a lot, drunken episodes, violence like him throwing a glass at her mom, constant screaming matches. Her Aunt Sandra's place was like a safe zone, somewhere she could actually escape to when things got really toxic at home.
Wow, that sounds incredibly unstable for a kid.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder if any part of her childhood felt safe, apart from her aunt. And yet, her talent was obvious really early on. Lynn, her mom, reportedly saw Britney's talent as maybe their way out. Out of the money issues and her own bad marriage. So tell us about those first career steps. She auditioned for Disney's Mickey Mouse Club when she was just 8.
That's right. Got rejected first time, told to come back when she was 10. She kept at it, got in when she was 11. The Mickey Mouse Club, that was really her first big break. She filmed for 2 years, long days, like 9 to 6, for 6 months a year out in California. But here's the thing about child stardom back then. The contracts were, pretty exploitative. They paid the kids only $185 a week.
$185 for those hours?
Yeah, it works out to under $5 an hour. And she was there with, Justin Timberlake, Ryan Gosling, Christina Aguilera. Definitely set the stage for some future dynamic.
Right. So after the show ended in 94, she goes back home, has maybe her only quote-unquote normal year in 9th grade. High school, homecoming court, prom. But then she goes against the grain. Girl groups were huge, but she pushed to be a solo artist. How did that happen?
Yeah, that was key. Larry Rudolph, her entertainment lawyer, he saw her solo potential when everyone was looking for the next Spice Girls. He pitched her solo. Jive Records signed her in 97. She was only 15. They sent her off to Sweden with Max Martin, recorded that debut album in just 11 days. It hit #1 straight away. And, history shows it basically changed pop music, made her this unique force.
Incredible. And speaking of those Mickey Mouse Club co-stars, her life really got tangled up with Justin Timberlake's neck. Started way back on the show, right? Puppy Love, First Kiss on a Dare.
Yeah, the connection was definitely there early on. But what's interesting from the sources is how Jive Records and Lou Pearlman, who managed Justin, kept their serious relationship quiet at first. It was marketing. They wanted them both to be these available crushes for their fans. Keep the fantasy alive.
Right. Make them seem single.
Exactly. It wasn't until the 2000 MTV VMAs they went public as a couple. And yeah, that definitely got everyone talking. A masterclass in image control.
But with all that attention came huge pressure, especially that whole purity culture thing back then. Britney saying publicly she was waiting for marriage. Must have been tough to maintain that girl next door image.
Oh, incredibly tough. And it got harder. Turns out, Justin cheated multiple times. And apparently he'd even brag about it, which must have hurt Britney deeply. She admitted kissing her choreographer, Wade Robson, just once. Justin found this, 14-page letter she wrote. They supposedly agreed to move on, but you can see the cracks forming, right? Then there is an even more sensitive detail that came out later. Britney got pregnant. She had a procedure, one she reportedly never wanted in the first place. TMZ claimed Justin was there, trying to comfort her. A lot of fans think her song Every Time, especially the video with the baby being born imagery. This is about that. Even though the co-writer says no,
right.
But it definitely casts the whole public story in a different, much sadder light.
And the breakup itself.
Yeah.
Just brutal. He dumped her over text message in 2002.
Yeah, by text. Her director, Chris Applebaum, saw it happen on the set of her Overprotected video, said she was just completely heartbroken, devastated.
Wow. By text.
And Justin, he absolutely used it. Perfect timing for his solo album, Justified. He basically went on this PR campaign, painting her as the bad guy. The Crimea River video with the Britney look-like cheating, that cemented the narrative. The media called her a harlot. Then he goes on Hot 97, talks about their sex life publicly, confirms they slept together. Britney called it very exploitive and very...
Just unbelievable. Weaponizing a breakup like that for fame. Britney mostly stayed quiet, but she did make that one little comment, did hand gesture about it.
Right, that subtle below-the-belt gesture on it. But the media jumped all over it and used the whole breakup to trash her reputation. Some call it the start of a 6-year career assassination.
Yeah.
And what's really insightful now is Justin's apology in 2021. It took nearly 20 years. But it wasn't just about him. It reflected this huge cultural shift, right? Thinking about misogyny, media accountability, things sparked by movements like #FreeBritney. He admitted he failed and benefited from a system that condones misogyny. It shows how we're kind of reevaluating past narratives now.
That's a really important point.
Yeah.
Okay, let's shift to another big relationship that played out public, the rivalry with Christina Aguilera. They were friends on Mickey Mouse Club, but their careers became this intense battleground.
Absolutely. And you have to see how the industry fueled it. Their labels Jive for Britney, RCA for Christina, and the press, they deliberately pitted them against, called it a pop. Christina's first album was even delayed, then released the same month as Britney, pouring gasoline on the fire from day one.
You can really see the strategy there. And the tension was real. 2003, Christina tours with Justin Timberlake on his Justified and Stripped tour. And that Rolling Stone cover they did together.
Yeah.
Very suggestive. Britney wrote in her book, it felt like they were pouring salt in the wound.
Yeah. And the rivalry got nasty. Christina did an interview with Blender magazine called Britney, a Lost Little Girl Needing Guidance. She set himself up as the serious artist versus Britney, the regular performer. Even said Britney seemed distant and nervous at VMA rehearsal, really trying to shape that public perception.
Oof, Britney didn't take that lying down, though. Your response in Blender was pretty fiery.
Oh, yeah. She basically said, funny, I haven't seen her in 2 years. Then she tries to stick her tongue down my throat in a club.
Whoa.
Yeah. And she shot back, a lost girl. I think it's probably the other way around. Very direct.
Wow. And then 2000, the VMAs.
Yeah.
The Madonna kiss. Both of them kissed her, but all the attention went to Britney.
Totally. The cameras famously cut away right after Britney's kiss, barely showing Christina. Christina even said later she felt left out seeing the papers day. Another example of how the media focus shaped.
The comments kept coming later, too. Christina was initially pretty harsh about Britney marrying Kevin Federline, right? Calling her trailer trash.
Yeah, and saying Britney bought her own engagement ring that looked like it was from QVC. Pretty nasty.
But then things shifted.
Yeah, this is interesting. Later on, especially during Britney's really public struggles in 2007, Christina actually defended her. She said the industry was harsh, no one should judge, and apparently even wrote Britney a letter. It suggests a move from rivalry to maybe some empathy.
That's quite a turn. And then more recently, the comparisons came back when they were both judges on singing shows, The Voice, X Factor.
And by 2018, Christina said she'd be down to collaborate if their teams agreed.
And she supported #FreeBritney.
Yes, strongly. In 2019, she posted about how unacceptable it was for any woman not to control her own destiny. That felt Kent. Though there was that more recent awkwardness, Britney's Instagram post that seemed to body shame Christina's dancers.
Right, that caused a stir.
But Britney clarified later, saying it was really about her own insecurities, stemming from how her parents and the media made her feel about her body, which just underscores how deep that stuff runs for her.
Man,